In the heart of the African savannah, golden rays of dawn brushed the dry grasslands as life began to stir. Birds called out from distant acacia trees, and the rhythmic thuds of wildebeest echoed faintly across the plains. But amidst this harmony, a lone mother lion wandered restlessly. Her ribs showed faintly beneath her tawny coat, and her golden eyes burned with hunger and desperation. Her ribs showed faintly beneath her tawny coat, and her golden eyes burned with hunger and desperation. The mother's primal instinct pushed her to hunt, but food was scarce. Then, in a small clearing near a patch of dry shrubs, she spotted movement, a large porcupine lumbering along. Quills, the lion crouched low, muscles coiled. To her, this spiky creature seemed an easy meal. She advanced silently, every step deliberate, unaware that her hunger was leading her toward a deadly mistake that would soon bring rescuers running from miles. The porcupine, though slow, was not defenseless. As the lion pounced, the creature spun sharply, its sharp quills standing upright like a forest of spears. The mother lion tried to strike with her paw, but the porcupine jerked and lashed out. In a split second, the lion's roar shattered the calm savannah. Several long, needle-sharp quills pierced deep into her face, chest, and paws. She stumbled back, bleeding and disoriented. The porcupine fled into the underbrush, leaving behind a trail of broken quills and a wounded predator. She stumbled back, bleeding and disoriented. The porcupine fled into the underbrush, leaving behind a trail of broken quills and a wounded predator. Each attempt only drove the quills deeper. Her cries carried across the grasslands, echoing in the dry wind. It wasn't long before local park rangers, conducting a nearby patrol, heard the distress calls. Ranger Amara, the team leader, raised her binoculars and saw the struggling lion in the distance.
Got an injured lion.
Her instincts kicked in immediately. It was a rescue mission waiting to happen. Ranger Amara, the team leader, raised her binoculars and saw the struggling lion in the distance. Her instincts kicked in immediately. It was a rescue mission waiting to happen. Within minutes, a convoy of rescue vehicles sped to the rugged terrain, kicking up clouds of dust behind them. Wildlife medic Dr. Hassan prepared tranquilizer darts and first aid equipment, while the rest of the team checked restraints and protective gear. The savannah's heat was relentless, shimmering in the air like fire, but there was no time to rest. When they reached the site, they found the lion collapsed near a dry stream bed, breathing heavily, blood staining her fur. Her eyes flickered with both pain and defiance. Amara signaled her team to spread out slowly, minimizing noise. The lion's cubs could be nearby, and any sudden movement could provoke her further. Hassan steadied his tranquilizer gun, whispered a countdown, and fired. A perfect shot. The dart struck the lion's flank, and within moments, her struggling eased into calm stillness. The rescue team moved in carefully. Dr. Hassan examined the lion's wounds and gasped softly. Over a dozen porcupine quills were embedded in her face, shoulders, and paws, some nearly 3 inches deep. Removing them would require precision and patience. Using sterilized pliers, he and Amara began extracting the quills one by one, each removal followed by cleaning and antiseptic treatment. Sweat trickled down their faces under the blazing sun. The thick smell of blood mixed with antiseptic in the air. Occasionally, the lion twitched slightly under sedation. Her massive body reacted. Hassan noticed one quill dangerously close to her left eye. It took him several tense minutes to remove it safely. When the last quill was finally pulled out, Hassan sighed in relief, whispering, "She's going to make it." As the team treated the lion, faint mewling sounds reached their ears. Amara turned toward the tall grass and motioned for silence. There, hidden among the reeds, 2 tiny lion cubs emerged, thin, trembling, and curious. They watched the rescuers with wide, frightened eyes but didn't flee. Amara's heart softened instantly. "She's a mother," she said quietly. The realization strengthened their resolve. The team set up a shaded recovery tent nearby and gently moved the sedated lion onto a stretcher. They provided milk substitute and water for the cubs, who lapped it eagerly. One cub nuzzled its mother's paw as if trying to wake her. The sight touched everyone deep. Hassan murmured, They've survived this
They
long
have
because of her.
survived this long.
It became clear that the rescue wasn't
Because
just
of
about saving
her.
a lion. It was about saving a family. Each heartbeat, each breath the lion took, meant the difference between despair and life for her helpless young. Over the next several days, the rescue center became a place of quiet triumph. The lion's wounds healed faster than expected, and she began regaining her strength. Her cub stayed by her side, often curling up beside her in the recovery pen. The team fed her fresh meat and antibiotics daily, monitoring her progress closely. At first, she was wary of humans, but as time passed, her growls softened into quiet understanding. She seemed to sense they meant no harm. One morning, as the golden sunrise bathed the land, Amara and her team opened the gate of the enclosure. The mother lion stepped out gracefully, her cubs trotting behind her. She paused, turned her head once toward the humans who had saved her, and then walked into the open savanna. It was a silent gesture of gratitude. Weeks later, park cameras capture a healthy lioness and two cubs roaming confidently across the plains. Word of the rescue spread quickly, inspiring countless people across the region. The event became a symbol of compassion and coexistence between humans and wildlife. Schools shared the story to teach children about empathy and the importance of protecting nature. Ranger Amara's team received honors from the Conservation Department, but what mattered most to them was knowing they had saved lives. Not just a mother lion, but of her future lineage. Every roar that echoed through Savannah was a reminder of that fateful day when bravery, teamwork, and compassion triumphed over suffering. The dangerous porcupine encounter, once a moment of pain, had turned into a lasting lesson. In the circle of life, even the fiercest creatures need a helping hand. And in the end, the savannah continued to breathe, alive with hope, courage, and the enduring bond between humans and the wild.